So yeah, fundraising is a lot of work. It's a job in itself. It's a full-time job in itself. And sometimes entrepreneurs want to fundraise too soon or are assuming that they can still do their work and at the same time do the fundraising. And that's most of the time a wrong assumption. Why? Because if you already work 12 hours a day, because this is your project, because you're an entrepreneur and you really feel like it, but on the top of that you need to fundraise, how much time will you work? 16 hours? 18? I mean, expecting that the operation, the sales, will not be affected from a shift of attention from the funders is a big mistake, unless you organize yourself as the funder and or the organization to really be successful at it. It means add new resources to make sure that you will be able to be effective at fundraising and at the same time keep on growing. Why? Because as an investor, what I want to make sure you are able to do is just that. And I've seen that so many times. Shifting of attention from the entrepreneur, from operation or sales to fundraising. Fundraising process could take 3, 6 to 9 months. So what's happening? The operational sales are going to not scale as much as they were doing and then plateau, and then you don't close the round. And for me, as an investor, it's just a very interesting insight. It means the company is not structured enough to do both at the same time. And as you as an entrepreneur, you're not able to hire the right people at the right time. And you know, investors are very simple minds. It's a very good argument for me not to invest. So you have to be very careful with that. What I have seen is different patterns. The first patterns is exactly what I just told you. Like, you know, you work 12 hours and it's like 10 at night and then, oh, let's do the fundraising. All right, come on, man. So you won't send, that doesn't give you the time to do the right documentation. You don't answer as quick as you can to your potential investors. Your documentation is not updated. Doesn't work. Option 2, very difficult because entrepreneurs most of the time are very good at operating, at selling, but they're not experienced in fundraising, is that you will start your day with fundraising. If you start your day with fundraising, I think it's a better choice if you want to fundraise, but then operation will be affected at the end of the day. So I believe, and I've always shared that with the entrepreneurs I'm working with, is that hire resources. Make people help you on that. I mean, you don't need a CFO full-time in your company to fundraise, but yes, you need a CFO or somebody helping you with numbers. I mean, the level of financial documentation VCs and BAs will ask you is high. Those are decisions taken based on numbers. So who's going to spend 36 hours a week on building the right documentation? You will do? Well, go ahead, but that's 36 hours you will not dedicate to the operation. So, and by the way, you have a bunch of talent, a bunch of very intelligent people that just want to work in startups and participate to rounds. So make a good use of it, but do not expect that you are Superman. Superman are not able to work 18 hours a day. My experience is that the companies that are really good at fundraising take that very seriously. And one of the founders dedicates 100% of his time to that and hire or use resources to help him doing that. Why? Because fundraising, if you want to optimize it, is not an opportunistic process. It's a strategic process. You want to fuel the top of the funnel and make sure that you transform X percentage of those leads in real term sheets or proposals. You only generate fear of missing out in the investors if you keep on developing very good traction on the commercial side and you have the top-notch documentation on the financial side to do the round. So do not expect that you can operate as good as you were doing before and at the same time being super good at fundraising. That doesn't happen. You cannot stretch time. So do fundraise strategically and understand that you need resources to help you master it.